I'm Pam Seaberg, and I'm here in Houston at the International Quilt Festival, and I'm very honored to have my quilt in the show this year. And this is my cat Omar, but the quilt's name is the Sleeping Artist. And I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about the technique that I use. It's a little bit different than what most people do. I draw out the image onto some kind of fabric, muslin or whatever, and then I layer it with several kinds of stabilizers. And then I take it to the machine and I start deciding what am I going to start with first. On this one, I started with some medium brown colors. And I have next to me, I always have a picture of the quilt or the idea of the animal next to me, and then I draw with a little pencil the shapes that I'm going to, and that gives me a little bit of a roadmap. If I have the medium colors in there, then I can add the light colors in there, and then I know where the darks are, and I can go from there. I don't like to have any, especially at one area, just one color of thread. I layer one on top of the other. It gives a more dimensional and a little bit more of a real look. And I love doing it. I absolutely think it's a really fun way to express my creativity. I did do the nose by hand. That's hand applique. I usually do the eyes or some part of it by hand with embroidery, because I think it gives it a little bit more dimension. Then I decided what color I was going to use for the bowl, and I used blue because he's orange and I wanted complementary colors. Because in the photo that I took of my cat doing this, it was actually pink. So I thought that would be a better combination. So this is a piece of commercial fabric, and then I've painted with water-soluble wax pastels to give a highlight and low light and to give it some dimension. Each of the pencils, I took some hand-dyed fabric and then I painted onto them to give them a little bit more dimension. And then I put in some shading with some of this. If you'd like to see the way I quilt, the quilt is actually quilted. I use the same fabric or the same color thread on the top and on the bobbin. And I use Superior kimono thread. I love the way it looks, and it really sits really well into the quilt. And I guess that's all.